Well, hey, welcome to DecentrafIVE. My name is Jason Dukes. This is a show where we try to take 5-ish minutes to go through 10 questions and 0 edits. And our special guest today is Anna Godovnikova. Godovnikova, did I get close, Anna?
Yes.
She's the Chief Marketing Officer for XDAO. Thank you so much for joining us for DecentrafIVE.
Thank you, Jason. Thank you very much for inviting me here. Yes, my surname pronounced like you did it. It's all right.
Well, you're kind. You're being kind, I think, but I appreciate it. We'll jump right in. So what's one way that you are living on the tokenized space?
So yes, tokenization, tokenized space, what does it mean? I would better to answer what is tokenization in general first. So in a very simple terms, it's the solution that divides the ownership of an assets into digital tokens. So like we have something physical and then we mint some tokens and empowers the physical object with digital value. Imagine that you buy food for tokens and services for tokens, and real estate is also tokenized and transferred into NFTs. And this way, every single person in the world has access, like the ability to purchase everything that is tokenized in just in one click with a crypto wallet. So basically, if we want to purchase a house, we need just to buy an NFT that guarantees the right to use this property. And you don't pay with a fiat, instead you pay with a crypto. And to go back to the question, do I live this way? And I would say that our XDAO team works hard to turn these dreams to tokenized space into reality, at least on a local level. So yes, we are working in co-living and co-working space that is called unofficially a crypto city, but the official name of the space is a ParkU without K. And the area of this town is like 7 hectares. And this is where we spend most of our time, where we live, where we work. And this is basically the place we are tokenizing. So basically we turn in ownership into tokens. All of this is implemented as a part of XDAO Pro program because the town itself will function as a DAO also. The DAO will make all management and financial decisions for the company. We also plan to give voting rights for the DAO residents, ParkU residents, and it is just one of the projects we are currently doing, and there are way too many things that we want to accomplish. But we are continuing to do it here to make this place like the perfect one for the crypto guys who want to spend a little quality time with like-minded people in a beautiful place.
That's awesome. And I hope people will go and check it out more. And so that kind of leads into the next question, which is, what is a crypto traveler?
I'm crypto traveler, and this is spelled in my bio in Twitter, because this is my way of life. I study technologies, blockchain, different approaches and implementations, and all this information abundance turns into the kind of a journey. And the expression follow the white rabbit. So basically what I'm doing, I'm following the right rabbit, and journey is fascinating. The deeper you go into the crypto, the harder it is to get out. So crypto has also helped me a lot with the traveling all around the world, because I need only my crypto wallet and I can exchange it in a local currency. So by the way, in exchanges in working good in Indonesia, and Asia is basically a very good place for crypto. So this is another reason why I'm such a crypto traveler.
That's awesome. I love it. So who introduced you to the concept of a DAO?
Yeah, so this is a good question. It was like 2 years ago. It was our CEO and CTO. They introduced me a DAO concept. And yes, I just studied from scratch. They were just about to build an XDAO at the time, and they needed to find the people who build a core team. And DAO wasn't that popular at that moment. DAO is a very old concept, but in fact, it wasn't so popular. And we were studying just a young trend. There were already some DAO frameworks and only a few standalone DAOs. But however, we had all these preconditions that DAOs are the future. So I was instantly immersed into the subject and went to the DAO philosophy. The great advantage of a DAO is that all decisions and activities is your own initiative. And this initiative is reinforced by the fact that you own some part of a DAO. Also, if a DAO gaining in popularity, so are you. And the interest in the development of a DAO grows from this.
So what's one DAO, at least that you know of, that you think, man, I wish I had created that?
Yeah, I thought about it a lot of time. Basically, I really like the bankless DAO, and not just because of its name, but name is also cool. I basically like the idea. It's very interesting concept, and they become famous like 2 years, like 1 year ago. I like this because I like the idea of doing away with banks. And this approach, they have a lot of guilds and everyone has its own role in the bankless DAO. I think this is a very good example of DAO and it's just well designed.
Very cool. Yeah, and it's easy access, right? Like it's easy to connect with. I've connected with it some as well.
Yeah.
So why is an organization on the blockchain better off than one that's off the blockchain?
Yes, it's quite simply blockchain-based organizations are more open and transparent. In fact, transparency is the main advantage of the blockchain. And you can check all the historical activities and transactions of this organization of any time. Secondly, if you spend less time, you spend less time in accounting, since it's all stored in a single blockchain ledger. And thirdly, many operational actions in DAO can be automated. For example, paying salaries or counting each DAO's member share. All DAO operation is based on if-then rule, and if it only needs to be programmed once for this rule to work all the time. If it is desirable to change this rule, a DAO member can simply vote, and voting can also take place according to the programming rules. And one more thing, you don't have any middleman between DAO and the client, because you are already a global company. You don't need an office to provide like local services. You have both your cryptocurrency, like crypto wallet, and full access to the decentralized application.
So describe XDAO and why you believe in it so much.
Thank you for a question about XDAO. Yes, XDAO tooling, it's tooling for creating DAOs, for sure, and without any coding knowledge. XDAO is very customizable, which means it can be endlessly upgraded by adding new modules. So you have like your base DAO that you can create the once and first of all, and then you can purchase some modules, or you can just choose modules to add to your company. XDAO currently covers 21 blockchains, and we plan to add even more in the future. And yes, there are way too many blockchains over there. And what's more about XDAO is that it focuses on investment DAOs, first of all. Imagine you have a friend who knows how to work with the digital assets and you want to learn from him. And the easiest way is to create a DAO where you both can put together your mutual budget and start work, like deposit, stake, transfer, and like so on and so forth. And DAO is a transparent company, so you will see and even approve your transactions. And the same works for trust management fund, when you as an investor deposit your money and you can see what's going on with them. And moreover, under the XDAO Pro program that I mentioned, when we talked about tokenizing real estate, you can order any kind of DAO, like order it. And XDAO team will help with development and launching it. So basically, we have two services. It's a XDAO framework that works as a decentralized application, and a consulting/development service for those with a special request. I believe in XDAO because, like I said, others believe in it, and our community believe in it, and founders for sure. We use XDAO ourselves, and it helps us in a lot of aspects. We keep funds in the multisig. We pay salaries from DAO. It like automated payroll module we use. We report our expenses, and I really believe that the future belongs to XDAO, and there should be a lot of such tooling that can help breeding new DAOs for different needs.
Yeah, it's amazing. I mean, when I was looking at your website and I was trying to learn more about what you do, and I mean, it blew me away. To be honest, I think you guys are how many blockchains there are, but also just the tools that you're offering. I mean, you're right. It's really special what you're doing.
Thank you.
I hope people will pay attention to it. So little change of subject. You are a female leader there, and I love that you have a chief role there. How can we see more female leaders recognized and respected in Web3?
Yes, I think women should be respected as a man. And generally, in the digital age, the idea of gender is becoming unimportant, maybe for me only, but we use avatars and NFTs more often instead of real photos. Some might think we should create more clubs for women in crypto. I disagree because it's potentially segregate men and women in crypto space.
Yeah. So one thing that you would say, I mean, you're chief marketing officer. So one thing that you think every brand needs to do as they market blockchain and as they market to the mainstream?
You need to say that money in crypto is not controlled by the banks, but by your own personally. And this is the best argument in favor of crypto. And this is just a motto of every Web3, the applications, service, everything.
It's really good. It's really good. So what's one thing that you do for fun and one thing that you do to rest and refuel?
I create a lot of ideas by my own, and basically I refuel myself with even new knowledge every day. So absolutely everything you can find on internet for free. And so I spend a lot of time online. Sometimes I learn coding. It gives me more confidence in Web3 space. And so if I want to put aside all internet things, I just do some exercises. I love yoga a lot. And actually here in Bali, there are a lot of stuff to do. And one day I will try surfing for sure.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I hope you get to do that. That would be so cool. So last question, and we ask every guest this. Who else would you recommend that we invite to interview on Decentrafy?
I would recommend to invite Laurent Perello. He's an advisor of Tron DAO, if you know him. The Tron DAO is one of the biggest blockchain that currently exists, one of the biggest. And of course, he's a brilliant man with a solid theoretical and practical background. I know that he is just a brilliant person, and I know him personally.
Very cool. Well, it has been a joy to get to talk with you today, Anna. And I know we are in two very different time zones. and so I appreciate you getting up as you stretch. That's right. I appreciate you getting up and being a part of this. And thank you so much for being on today.